Hello, I'm Perdita Felicien. Yes, come on in. Of course, the World Para-Athletics Championships in Delhi, they're upon us. Yes, the competition starts on September 27th and it runs to October 5th. We're going to start streaming everything live for you, all the action on CBC Gem. We're going to start, though, on the 26th, the night before, because time zones. Yes, of course, time zones. And to help us dive in, I'm going to bring in one of the stars of Team Canada. And yes, I'm going to use one of her latest Instagram captions, well, as of 16 weeks ago, because that's how far I go into her Instagram, to bring her in, serving heat on the streets and smoke on the track, because yes, nobody wants any smoke with this three-time Paralympic medalist, Marissa Papaconstantinou. Get in here, girl. Hello. How
Hi.
are you?
That was quite the intro. I feel like I was getting ready to come into a fight. Like
Let's do this. Listen, you're going into battle, okay? You're getting ready to go into battle. I know how you are, but you're in not Doha, because we were talking about Doha offline. You're in Dubai for pre-camp. What are the vibes like? Is it great for training? I know you've been there a few times before. How's it this time?
vibes are high, sweat is very high, and the team is feeling definitely the heat physically and literally coming into this world championships.
Love that.
I have seen everyone out on the track every day. Everyone looks amazing. The workouts have gone really well. I myself had a fantastic session last night that kind of gave me that last little boost of confidence I needed going into this championships, and everyone's just really excited to compete.
I love this when the energy is high, like team morale is like everyone's there. And you are right, like this is a fight, like this is a battle, like you are going to try and take, what is yours. But I'm so curious about you, like what kind of racer are you, right? You compete in 100 T64. In the mix zone, in the call rooms, like, are you like chatty? Are you talkative? Are you friendly? Are you like stink eye, side eye? Like what's the vibe for you on race day?
I would definitely say I'm very like focused and dialed in, but I am definitely the type that can have a conversation with someone. I think in my classification specifically, a lot of the girls are very kind. They all have really good energy towards them. And I think we all have this thing that's like we push each other on the track, but we're kind of friendly and friends off the track as well. So there's sometimes, some conversations exchanged in the call room, but it is very, very friendly. But it's intense competition, and by the time we are going to the walkout, we're all kind of dialed in and focused on what we have to do.
You're right. You're locked in. I think like you respect each other because like you need your competition to perform at your best. That's what I, always said to myself. Like I need you, and I'm gonna respect you, but I also want to whoop your butt at the very
Yeah.
same time. What's your go-to music? Like what are you listening to like on race day?
So I think my music taste is sometimes stuck in the early 2000s because that is just like the music I grew up on. So I'm listening to Jay Sean, Sean Kingston, like old Drake. I just love listening to those songs because they just like remind me of a very nostalgic time. And I feel like they're just like the beats from the early 2000s are just so like pump
Yes.
up. They make you feel so good. So that's definitely what I'm listening to all the time.
I wonder if you're the only person in the world listening to Sean Kingston in 2025 because but
It
he did
might
have some
be.
bops. I know he has some bops, okay? He has some bops. Jersey too, old Jersey. I was listening to like '09 Jersey because it's funny. I used to like warm up to him too. Like he still goes
Yeah.
hard. He still goes hard. So I don't
Yes.
blame you at all, right?
Yeah.
So
It doesn't miss a beat.
no, not at all. Your first World Championships were in Doha in 2015. You also had the base camp in Dubai, you were telling me. But if you look back at who you were 10 years ago and your approach going into Doha 2015 and your approach going into New Delhi 2025, what has that evolution been like for you? What is the biggest difference you see?
Yeah, it's crazy to think that I was actually here for the first time a decade ago.
Right?
And it's crazy how quickly time has passed in this, like, and how many experiences I've had in that time frame. But I would definitely say, like, going into my first world championships, I was 15 and I turned 16 on the plane going to the training camp. And I am now 25, turning 26, and I am a much more seasoned athlete at this point. I was just a young little kid back then. I had no idea who my competitors were. I didn't really know still a lot about parasport. It was a very naive time for me, and now going into this, I have This is my fifth World Championships, three Paralympic Games. So it's kind of crazy to think that, like, looking back, that young version of myself would have heavily looked up to the person that I am today. But there's still a lot more work to do. There's still a lot more that I would like to accomplish and kind of see how fast I can really go and how far I can really push myself in the sport. And I definitely, without a doubt, would say that I'm the most fit, best version of myself to this point, coming into this World Championships. And I'm just really excited to see what I'm going to do at this competition.
And that actually is a really great entry to my next question, because I want to know like what your objectives are when you've written your diary, your journal, when you do your visual imagery. What is it that you see for yourself in New Delhi? What do you want to accomplish?
I definitely think that falling short of the podium would be not great.
Mhm.
So definitely wanting to be on the podium, not just in one event, but both. I think that is very much in my grasp. But I although I'm very hungry for that, and I'm going into this championship being like, yeah, I feel like I'm a person to beat this time around. Having had said that, I need to go in knowing how to execute my best race and focusing on executing my best race, and that's all that it will come down to at the end of the day. So kind of having that grit in the fight to be like, I'm going to beat some people, but also at the same time reminding myself that these are the things I need to do to run my best race and to run fast, and ultimately hopefully come home with some medals.
Absolutely. You have so much experience now. If you think about those 10 years, all the championships, of course, you have that Paralympic bronze from Tokyo 2020. Do you consider yourself a veteran on this team? I mean, you're only 25. I'm in my 40s, girl. So when you say I'm 25 and I've been here 10 years, I'm like, oh, I'm aging myself, but you're so young. But do you somewhat like consider yourself a veteran, and do you feel any obligations to like really be a leader on this team and maybe support and mentor any of the newbies on this team?
Yeah, I absolutely do. It is crazy sometimes when people do refer to me as a
I
veteran because
know.
I am still only 25.
Hmm.
But I think it's like a veteran in terms of experience and kind of years in the sport, I guess, at this level. And we have a team full of newbies, but we also have a team full of veterans. We have Zachary Gingra and Amanda Rummery as our team captains this time around, and they've had a ton of experience over the last few years. So it's really amazing to see some of my teammates and other athletes just kind of helping uplift this next generation. And I'm just always happy to be a part of it.
You're right. Like you have the experiences. That's a well of strength for you to draw from. I want to focus quickly. I know I don't want to keep you too long because I know you're in training camp, and I do really thank you for your time. I want to talk about celebrations, wins, and I want to talk about like disappointments, how you handle them. So when you win, when you do something great, what for you is the way that you celebrate or mark that milestone? Do you have anything in particular that you do or say or anything that goes down?
I get PB ice cream.
My
that is
girl.
like that is like the immediate, like,
Yes.
I have a PB, I'm elated, but I'm like, oh my god, yes, I get to go have ice cream after this. That's always kind of like what I mark it as.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I kind of just like sometimes take a moment to reflect on a lot of the things I kind of got through to get to that point. I think that's always something I try to like remind myself. It's like great that you accomplish something that you've been working towards, but as humans we always try to be like, okay, now what's next? Like, what's the next time we
Mm.
want to hit? What's the next thing we want to do or accomplish? Or you got a bronze, let's make it a silver, like all these types of things. But I think it's really important to acknowledge like all the things you did to get there, and to remind yourself that a person you were a year ago would be so proud of the person that's here now. So I think I take moments to kind of reflect on that. And kind of going into what you said about like the disappointment side, I do the same thing when I get disappointed too. It's like you are making steps and strides to the place you want to get to. And I always just take moments to reflect back on kind of all the hard things. And I did that a lot with Paris last year because Paris was definitely not something that it didn't go how I would have hoped. And there were a lot of kind of obstacles and things that were completely out of my control. But that's, you kind of reflect on that as sport at the end of the day. And, just because it didn't have the outcome that you were looking for, it doesn't mean that your success is measured by that outcome.
Girl, are you sure you're only 25? Because you're just dropping knowledge, like like you have a few PhDs and philosophy degrees. Absolutely. To me, what you just said, and any young athlete like listening to you right now, or any parents and coaches, like please show this to young athletes. Because what you just said is key, that whether you win or you lose, things go your way or not, you pause and you stop and you reflect on what is happening, what has happened. And you're right, we are so quick to move on. Oh, I won this medal. What's next? We don't stop to enjoy. We also, what you said is so important. We don't stop to sit in the suck either. We're always told, be brave, suck it up. And we're not allowed as athletes to sometimes be like, yeah, Paris didn't go my way. I didn't like that. We're told to move on, but it is so powerful what you just said. Let's end on a high note, a good note. Okay, so I know you were raised in Scarborough. Shout out to Scarborough. I'm from Pickering, so if
Shout out
anyone doesn't
Scarborough.
know, right? If anyone doesn't know the geography, like Pickering, my hometown, and Scarborough, like side by side. And I know that you were 11 years
Yep.
old when you first started racing. Shout out to your club, Phoenix Track Club, right? Phoenix Track Club.
Yep.
Yeah. So because you are so good at reflecting, which I think is such a good skill to have, if 11-year-old Marissa were to meet up with 25-year-old young Marissa and saw all the things that you have done, she has done, all the places that you have gone and done, and all that stuff, what would she think, Marissa?
I don't think she would believe it. Like, I think I always was someone that dreamt big, but also didn't really fully understand the opportunities that were in front of her. I think I knew that I wanted to compete at the Paralympics and I knew I had those goals for myself, but it was kind of like we'll just see where this takes us and like take it step by step and year by year and yeah, I think she would be in awe and disbelief of the things that we've done up until this point. So it's pretty cool to think back on, and that's such a great question.
It is. And you're not done. Like you said, you have so many goals, so many things you want to do. Is it too early to touch on the fact that you still want to do broadcasting when you retire? Is that still your passion?
Yes, I would love to. I would love to help tell stories of other athletes and to continue to build in the parasport movement space would be amazing.
I love that for you. Okay, Marissa, thank you for your time. I've taken enough of it because you're on your way to win medals. We know this. So thank you so much. Good luck. We're rooting for you, and we can't wait to see what you do in New Delhi, girl.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. And of course, you can watch the the World Para Athletics Championships in New Delhi on CBC Gem. We're going to live stream everything starting 11:30 p.m. on the 26th of September, all the way until October 5th. And again, all our tracksiders, side pieces, this is not done. Our season is not done. We have one more full episode with Aaron and I. He better come back. He better come back. So we'll see you in a few weeks for that big wrap-up show. We'll see you next time.